I'm DJ Too Much with Six Figure DJs, and today, we're gonna talk about how to respond to your clients like a pro. It's great when you're marketing yourself and you're promoting yourself, people are reaching out to you, and you're trying to book gigs, right? But the truth is, as so many people can reach out to you, but if you don't actually get back to them, respond to them, and have a way to book the client and close the sale, then you're not gonna have any events, right? So learning to respond to your clients and talk to people and actually, have customer service is really, really important as a DJ. And I think it's a step that a lot of DJs miss. I've had people tell me they don't want to hire a certain DJ, no matter how good they are, because they didn't like the personality. They didn't like their business style. So all of this is really, really important. You want to make sure that you're professional. You want to make sure that people, if they reach out to you, that you are actually responding to them in a manner that makes them feel comfortable to book you. You want to make sure that you're closing every single sale, every single event that you're available for. So we're going to go over some quick steps to teach you how to respond to every single client like a pro. So the first step is making sure you respond. If people reach out to you, whether it's an email, a text message, or a phone call, say they leave a voicemail on your phone, are you calling these people back? Are you emailing them back? Are you shooting them a text back? Just responding is the first step. That's really, really important. Whether or not you are available for the event, always respond. Because even if you respond and you say, hey, I just want to let you know, I appreciate you reaching out. I'm really, excited for your event, but unfortunately, I'm already booked. I'm not available. That's really, really important because that's customer service, and that you want to make sure you respond, because what if their date changes? What if they say, oh, you're not available for that date, but, we're not sure that that's the actual date we're going to do. Are you available for this date? So responding, even if you're not available for the date initially, could actually seal you a gig. And even more so, they might ask you, do you have any other DJs that you might know that are available? Because they might have reached out to you because they really like your style and they trust you at this point to supply them with maybe another DJ for their event. So responding is really important. And also, you're not going to lose a client if you respond, because they might have an event in the future, and because you responded, they're going to reach out again. So responding is very, very important. The second thing you want to do is make sure you have a process. So if somebody reaches out to you, what are the next steps? A lot of times on the phone call, if you tell them, hey, yeah, I'm available for your event, they're going to say, okay, how do I book you? So what is your booking process? Do you have an app that you use to book? Do you have a contract that you send? Do you take a deposit? All these things are really important to know and really important to have in a form of a process, so that you have a process to tell your potential customer that they can go through in order to book you. So this is my process. I send a contract, I take a deposit, and then once I receive the contract and the deposit back, I let them know that they are currently in my calendar and I am booked for their event. And then I usually take the remaining deposit between 7 days in advance to make sure that I get paid. And that's my process. Now you gotta have your process, whether you're gonna get paid the day of, whether you're gonna take a deposit that's 50% or 25%. All these things are your process and it's part of your business. So you gotta figure out what your process is gonna be. And also you wanna make sure in your contracts that you have your process written out. Make sure that you let them know exactly how much is required up front for the deposit. Also what the entire fee is for your booking services, what your hourly fee is, what the fee is if they decide to go over the hours that they've decided to book you for. Also, how much they owe you after they give you the deposit, and when that's due. So having all those things in your contract is part of the process. The third step to responding to clients like a pro is making sure that you're courteous and that you're professional. So courtesy goes a long way. Being kind, being professional, being a nice person is very valuable. You know, people don't want to work with a jerk. To be honest, it doesn't matter how good you are. And the thing that's crazy is like in the DJ business, we all have egos, right? Like every DJ wants to be the best. Yo, I'm dope. I'm DJ too much. Yo, I'm DJ this or that. And like you have this ego, but you want to make sure that you let your ego go when it comes to booking. You want to make sure if people call you that people can walk away and say they're a dope DJ and they're actually really nice. Yo, I really want to work with them again. I really like their business style. I like how kind they are. They seem like a good person. Like all this is really, really important when it comes to getting customers and making sure that you're responding to clients like a pro, being professional, being courteous, being kind, being likable. Being likable is so important. People want to work with people that they like. And if they like you, guess what they're going to do? They're going to refer you to their friends. They're going to refer you to their family. Yo, my little sister's getting married and you are so cool and so nice to work with. So my family wants to work with you again for the next event, for my little sister's wedding. Or my cousin is getting married and I had to tell her about you because you were so cool to work with and I've seen how dope you are, but also I really love working with you. And like being likable is really, really important in business. And like these are really steps that a lot of people don't talk about, but I feel like it's really important to talk about it because yeah, you could be dope. You could have great music. You could have, you know, an awesome setup. But if you're a jerk, people will be like, yeah, they're good. But I'm not working with them, you know? And I've actually heard people say that about DJs. Like, yeah, they're a great DJ, but also like, I don't really like working with this person because they're not a nice person. They're not that cool. They're not that great, you know, to work with in business. So you really want to make sure you have a likable personality and like you let your personality shine. If you're a good person, just show that in your business tactics. That's really, really important. The fourth and final step to responding to clients like a pro is making sure you follow up. So even if you send them a contract, they never shoot you a deposit, or they reach out and they get an estimate, or they ask you what your prices are, send a follow-up text, or shoot a follow-up email, or follow-up call and say, hey, just wanted to follow up and see if you decide to go with another DJ or if you still were interested in booking my services. This is really, really important to respond to clients like a pro because sometimes they just didn't have the money at that time and they might have forgot to hit you back because they figured, oh, I'll get back to them when I have the money. Or, you know, maybe the event was canceled for that date and they decided to hold off for 6 months. Reach out and just see what's up. You know, like figure out what's going on, follow up, talk to the potential client, and if you can, close the deal. That's really, really important. So hopefully you found these steps to be really, really helpful. I know that these are some steps that I use when it comes to reaching out to my clients and making sure that I'm booking as many events as possible. I'm DJ Too Much with Six Figure DJs. If you like this, subscribe, like, comment, follow. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at lowisTooMuch. Visit us at sixfiguredjs.com or follow us at sixfiguredjs on Instagram. Love y'all. Until we meet again.